Hello everyone, myself Ampur Patne, Department of Information Technology, SIRT Bhopal, the SAGE Group. And today we learn about DSCP, which is in your curriculum in Unit 5. So, firstly we see about DSCP, what is DSCP and what is the purpose of a DSCP. Good morning students. Today we have learned about DSCP. First of all, I will tell about DSCP. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol is known as DSCP. It is based for providing the IP to the client with the help of server. It provides IP in two forms, that is known as static and dynamic. It is an address allocation protocol. Or this static and dynamic address can be provided in two ways, which is manual and automatic way. In manual way, we have typed the IP in the Ethernet, that is known as adapter, network adapter. Or automatic. In automatic way, the server provides that IP to the client systems. Okay. In this topic, we have learned about how static address allocates, how dynamic address allocates, manual and automatic configuration of protocol, what is a packet format for the DSCP, how transition states works, and how message can be accessed. Now we start about DSCP. As we already told that, write down the things. DSCP provides static and dynamic address allocation that can be manual or automatic. This is the packet format for DSCP. Now see this. From point this to this, there are 32 bits. It will divide in equal part, in 4 equal parts, that is known as 8 to the 16, 8 to the 24, 8 4 to the 32. These are the packet format for DSCP. With the help of this, it provides IP and transfers the IP. First 8 bits are for operations code. What type of operation it covered? It covered DSCP requesting, DSCP offer, what is the address type, etc. What is the hardware type? Hardware type is just like a Ethernet port, router port, Wi-Fi routers. These are the hardware for DSCP. What is the hardware length? According to the hardware type, the hardware length varies. What is hop count? What do you mean by hop? Firstly, we know about hop. Hop is a distance between one node to the another. And ideally, we count the difference between that node is 1. Then, suppose a letter A to Z, there are 26 letters. How many letter cross we have to go from A to Z? That means there are 24 letters we have to cross from this point, from A to Z. So there are 24 hop or jump to cross to reach to Z from A. What is transaction ID? Transaction ID is a ID by which it transfer data from client to server or server to client. Number of seconds duration of the network connected, that is known as number of seconds. F is a bit, finish bit, that is used to connect the things. After that, unused. In future, we have used these unused bits. Again, 32-bit IP address. As we already know that IPv4 contains 32-bit IP address. These are the packet format for IP address version 4. These are the client IP address. Your IP address, that is the known as server IP address. Your IP address, that is known as your IP address. Suppose A want to send the data to C. Firstly, A have to reach C with the help of B. So C is known as server and A is known as client. So C has containing IP address of A, B has server IP address, and you are the middle of between them, that your IP address has been here. After this is known as gateway IP address. Gateway IP address is the gateway of that IP address scope. What do you mean by scope? Scope is a bunch of area. Suppose we say that in IT there are three sections, minus second year, third year, fourth year, and first year. Suppose we have the four year courses. So there are 4 sections. In each year we have to go from, if someone told me about their roll number, for example 0133 IT 171001. Here 0133 is a gateway for the college. For IT branch, IT is a gateway for the college. 17 is a gateway for the particular third year student. These are the 3 different gateway for the SIRT college. That is known as IP address of that. Sorry. After then, client hardware address. What is client hardware address? Client hardware address is depend on the hardware type. That is known as server name. Example, just like google.com, yahoo.com, facebook.com, www.sirt.bhopal.com, www.sageuniversitybhopal.com. These are mentioned in there. Hardware length of server is 64 bytes. Boot file name. Boot file name is an application for the for the server side. Its length is 128, and the optional length. Suppose we have to send some message from that thing with the help of optional field. We have to send that message. In future, we have read about the packet format with the help of operations code. Now we tell about what is the operation codes of. There are 7 type of operations in DHCP. First is DHCP discover. It discovered the DHCP server. Second, DHCP offer. It offer the value of DHCP. Third is DHCP request. It request the client request to the server of to contain the value of IP address. DHCP decline. Server can decline the IP address. No, I don't want to send you. DHCP ECK, that is known as DHCP acknowledgement. It acknowledges the value what server or the client sends by them. DHCP negative acknowledgement, NACK, NACK, that is known as negative acknowledgement. No, there is some another information is sent and there is no packet will be sent by them. After that, DHCP release. DHCP release is known as if client want to release the IP address, then DHCP release can be performed. Next, these are the transaction diagram how DHCP works. In this diagram, there are basically 5 steps. First is initialization. Second is selecting. Third is requesting. Fourth is bound. Fifth is renewing. Sixth is rebinding. Let me know that how it works. Server boot the application. DHCP boots in server end. First step was DHCP discover. Initialization discovered the DHCP value and send it to the selecting part. Then selecting works in self loop and offer the value of DHCP, what is the range of IP address, what we have to send to the client. It will done by selecting. Then if analyze the thing and send what IP should be sent to the client. After that analyzing, it decide and send the request method from selecting to the requesting. Requesting get that message and forward the acknowledgement of a DHCP to the bound. Now you have to bound the things. Bound has two decisions. Further, it sent the message with the help of DHCP request to renewing of a IP address. If the IP address has been renewing or someone has released the IP address, it goes this message to the initial or rebinding. Sorry, not rebinding, it goes message to the initial. When renewing has that tag, then it apply the acknowledgement that I have to change my IP address. Sorry, I have to change my IP address. Tell me the IP address of the things. That is sent by the renewing to the bound. Or if don't want to send any acknowledgement, it renewing rebind the it send this message to rebinding the things. I don't have any acknowledgement. I was renewing the IP address. It sends to the rebinding process. Then rebinding send this message to the initialization, that is known as first step, with the help of that the DHCP negative acknowledgement. These are the operations code for DHCP and how they works. This is a state transaction diagram of DHCP. Now we see this diagram in a form of client server architecture process. This one. Firstly, boot process is done at server. Oh, I will tell about that. That is a numerical value 67 at the server end and 68 at the client end. These are the port address where DHCP work. And UDP is a protocol which it helps to send that message. It is a transport layer protocol. Server are passively open. It says that I am open and I want to send if you want any IP address, send me the request. Then client send the DHCP discover. I want to get some IP address. Server get that request and send offer to the client. This was the IP address. You have to get that things. DHCP said that okay, I am fine. Client said that okay, I am fine. Send me the IP address. With the help of acknowledgement, it sends the IP address. It takes before 50% of the time we have to decide. It sends this message from this to this. In between that time duration, 50% of least time expires. The DHCP acknowledge message sent by the server to the client. Then the connection or the IP address it has been established. Sorry. After this, acknowledgement reached at client end. Client send the DHCP request. If server does not respond, request is repeated till when the DHCP negative acknowledgement sent by the server. Okay, it continuously sended that DHCP request from client to send till the negative acknowledgement was not sent. When negative acknowledgement was sent, it has new lease connections, and server send that packet, and after this DHCP release, after some process of that, you have to after the then the client got that acknowledgement and get an IP address. What you have to, and then you are ready to connect with your local area network, and you do your operation and your work has done. Then the client send that I want to release from that node. Then DHCP release was sent by this. These are the exchanging message for DHCP. Now I will tell about how static IP and manual IP was where and how static IP and where it will be stored. Firstly, these are the this is the desktop of my computer. See, you see here there is a small computer icon by which it will have this one. Open on, click right on and open network connection. Then you can this network connection has been open. Recently I am using a Wi-Fi connector. That's why it says in Wi-Fi. That Wi-Fi name was given this. Click on this Wi-Fi network. You see the network adapters interface. In this, your internet connectivity is IP version 4. IP version 6 is not connected. Media state was unable. SSID is known as the request ID, the username ID. The how duration of the network was connected, speed of a network was, signal quality given there. In this, you have to click here in details. In details, you get these network connection details. What is the connection details? See this. What is the description of how? What is the wireless adapter? How this is the physical of the address of the. And see here, DHCP enables. Yes. This means that it is a automatic connecting value, not the manual connection value. IP address was a subnet mask. I will already told in previous semester. This is the subnet mask on how, what is the purpose of this. This is the lease obtained where the connection, when the connection was established, when DHCP message exchange was established. That is the time was this, and the lease time when till when it will be connected, till time it connected. It gives the time at 12 o'clock 5 minutes 47 seconds. The DHCP release packet was the clicked. This is a gateway for connecting in a LAN. These are the DHCP server, and these are the IP address of another thing. Okay, I will tell that how manual, where manual IP and the IP address was. Open this window and click on properties. See the Wi-Fi properties was connected. Here we see that internet protocol version 4, TCP IP version 4. Click double click or single click on property. You will see this. These are the obtained IP address automatically. DHCP obtained automatically IP address. It is the interface by which router or the other things we have get that IP address. If you want to get the value from manual way, firstly I will see the IP address of that is known as 192.168.43.109. Okay, I told you that 192.168.43.109. Fine. Click on properties. Again we see this. Click on properties. Click on IP protocol version 4. Use the IP address. See this 192.16.43.108. Subnet mask gateway, that is 192.16.43.108. Now you see here the difference between the things. DHCP enable was no. Then it means that manual IP was given to the system. In previous, we have seen that DHCP yes. That means that automatic IP was adapted by the newer devices. In this, no, which means that manual IP was adapted this way. Now you see, you will learn about DHCP, what is the purpose of DHCP, how it works, and how automatic and manual IP was given to the system. Thank you, students.